Hello everyone, it's Wednesday again. Time for another Comic Book Wednesday. Got a nice pull this week. I mean, I got like tons of stuff. So I'm going to cover a few things. And the first I'd like to show you is Munchkin from Boombox number 22. And it's called Munchkins Won't Stay Dead. And Munchkin, if you did not know, is an awesome board game. But it's been banned in this house many times. It, not a great way to build friendships, that's for sure. It gets really intense, and then, yeah, it's been banned in this house many times. But the fun part is the comic actually uses a bunch of the items, and then, you get an awesome card. Where's the card? Where's my card? Oh, there's just coupons. What? There's just bonus rules in this one. There's always a card in the back. What? Okay. Alright, next we have Deadpool, and it's a gigantic, it's like, Spring is a magazine, okay? It's heavy. So we have Deadpool, and it's called Now Deadpool. So when you're actually like looking for it, it's not under just Deadpool anymore, which is funny. It's Now Deadpool. So Now Deadpool, this is number 1. It's called Patience Zero. And I don't know. Let's see here. This one's going to start with, this looks like fun. The artwork looks great in this one. Some Santa Clauses, maybe stealing stuff. But the cover is pretty gruesome. It's awesome for Deadpool. So definitely excited for that one. I pick up everything Deadpool. Obviously, look at the shirt going on here. Alright, so we got Deadpool number 1 there, new story arc, but it's number 1 now. It's actually 21 in the series. Next, we have Postal. I talk about Postal and Eden's fall and all that a bunch of times, but I just loved the cover. I saw it and I totally fell in love. So when I was looking at the back of it, Linda Sejic, something like that. I actually don't know her, but I mean, just look at that. That's gorgeous. So I think she did a really wonderful job. That definitely caught my attention. Plus, Postal's definitely been rolling a lot, especially with the little offshoot, Eden's Fall, bringing in a lot of the other comic books that Top Cow's involved in. So wanted to share that with you. Postal, great story. You know, little town with all the people who do bad stuff, and they're trying to kind of rehabilitate them and let them live so that they don't have to mingle in normal society. So we have Sombra 4 of 4. And when I talked about Sombra a few weeks ago, it's Justin Jordan and Raul Trevino. And I was mentioning how this is a story of drug cartels who came from somebody who actually witnessed a lot of the stuff, or at least more firsthand experience than some people who may try to write about drug cartels in Mexico and those kinds of issues. So it has been wonderful so far. This is the wrap-up of the series, and you can see here kind of that classic riding through the desert, doing bad, illegal stuff. But I did love that cover too. The artwork this month is just super impressive across the board for sure. Next we have Stray Bullets, Sunshine and Roses, 19. I know I mentioned this before. David LaPalme, one of our favorite writers around here, and he's been doing Stray Bullets for a while. This is one of the many offshoots, and it's one of the few, that's why I don't think I've mentioned it before. I might have in the description comics, but this is one of the only black and white comics that I actually pick up. I just want to show you that. Alright, so this is number 19. Like I said, it's been going for a while. And if you know David LaPalme and some of the other stuff he's done, he's really in your face and does some crazy things. So you know anything that he does, definitely for mature audiences. And if you like black and white, this is a really good one to go with. And even if you don't like black and white, you'll probably still like this one. Alright, next we have number 1, Spook House, Scary Stories for Kids. Another Eric Powell comic. Look at this. Eric Powell just busting out the comic books right now. This is another one from Albatross, who I have been saying they just are producing wonderful things right now. They came out of nowhere and they are just blowing through with all kinds of new comic books. And this is Scary Stories for Kids. So I think it's just maybe a collection of stories that him and the other writers put together, you know, just in time for Halloween. The short stories are Frog. So that's Spook House, and that's Eric Powell. Okay, and then you have Frog Monster from Under the Sink, who is Eric Powell as well. And that's, okay, that looks like Frog Under the Sink. There's some actual artwork for that. You have the third short story, which is Heck Razor, which I really like the name of that. The artwork looks great. I love the month of October. We get so many fun comics, and I just love all of that, the theme. I love Halloween. I love all the books that come out, and the decorations, and just everything. And then we have Chew 59, and I'm sad. I've been sad for weeks now, and every time I get a Chew comic book, it's like one of the most bittersweet experiences I'm gonna go through. So we have 59. This is the second to last issue. Number 60 will be the final issue. It's going to be a double-sized issue, and I mean, the cover itself is extremely shocking and kind of really puts things into perspective of what's going to happen. I'll tell you now, I already read it, and I may have cried a little bit. It took me a second because like I couldn't not read it. Like I opened it and I didn't even realize I'd gotten it, because when I got to my LGS, they just had my comic books ready for me. I just kind of picked them up and left, and I didn't even know Chew 59 was in there. So when I got home and started unloading and whatnot, yeah, I opened it and it's emotional. I'll put it that way. I'm not even actually going to show you any of the pages because every single page is a spoiler. So I'm not going to share any of that with you because I would not want to ruin anybody else's experience that hasn't read it yet, and because I just went through like this gigantic emotional roller coaster. So I would not want to deny you the same feelings that I had. So yeah, we got Chew 59. Looking for that 60, that last issue. Still very sad, and I will miss this comic book a lot. Other than that, I mean, I could keep going and going. I love every comic book that came in this week. They are all amazing. I've talked about all of them before, so please look for the rest of all of these in the descriptions post. Okie dokie. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions for me to read, you want a suggestion, struggling to maybe get a hold of some books, please just let me know. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week. I'll see you again next Wednesday. Peace out, dorks.